Dear followers, welcome to a new video on the channel. Imagine this scene unfolding before your eyes. You're comfortably settled, perhaps watching a captivating documentary or an adventurous film. A lone figure appears, bundled in heavy furs, standing resolute against a vast, snow-covered landscape. Behind them, rising pristine from the white expanse, is a perfectly formed dome, seemingly carved from solid ice. This structure, which we know as an igloo, stands as a powerful testament to survival in the most extreme conditions imaginable. As you watch, an immediate, almost instinctive question forms in your mind. How on earth is it possible for anyone to live inside a house made entirely of snow? Isn't snow, by its very nature, incredibly cold? Wouldn't you just freeze solid within moments of stepping inside? This initial thought that a snow house must surely be a frozen tomb is perfectly logical, yet the reality is a stunning contradiction. These remarkable snow houses, far from being mere cinematic props, are very real and have been the ingenious shelters of the Inuit people, the incredibly resilient inhabitants of the Arctic, for thousands of years. In fact, they continue to be built and used to this very day. The paradoxical truth is that an igloo, despite being constructed from snow, can be surprisingly and comfortably warm inside, even when the thermometer outside plummets to unimaginable lows. Let's embark on a journey to uncover the scientific and cultural secrets behind this extraordinary architectural feat. Our story begins in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth, the North American Arctic. This vast, desolate expanse stretches from the northern coasts of North America all the way to the northeastern reaches of Siberia. It is a land defined by its extremes: punishing cold, relentless winds, and a pervasive blanket of snow and ice that dominates the landscape for much of the year. Yet, against all odds, a truly remarkable and resourceful people have not only survived, but thrived here for countless generations: the Inuit. For the Inuit, this harsh land is not merely a place of survival, it is their ancestral home, deeply woven into their identity. They possess an unbreakable bond with their frigid homeland, choosing to live amidst its vast, frozen expanses, far removed from the bustling cities, modern conveniences, and established infrastructure that define life for much of the rest of the world. Their existence is a constant testament to human adaptability, a challenging lifestyle meticulously honed over millennia to endure the unforgiving demands of the Arctic. Before we delve deeper into their building techniques, a brief but crucial clarification is in order regarding the people themselves. The term many of us grew up with, Eskimo, is actually one that the indigenous people of the Arctic find culturally insensitive and offensive. This word originated from a foreign language, carrying connotations such as eaters of raw meat or those who speak a strange tongue. The people themselves prefer, and rightfully so, to be called Inuit. In their own language, Inuktitut, the word Inuit simply and profoundly means the people. So while Eskimo might still exist in some older texts or casual conversation, let's respect their preference and refer to them as the Inuit, the people who truly master the Arctic. Life in the Arctic is a relentless battle against the cold. Winter temperatures can plummet to an almost unimaginable minus 50 degrees Celsius. That's an astonishing minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. In such an environment, finding and constructing safe, reliable shelter isn't a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. For most of the world, building materials like stone, wood, or metal are readily available. However, in the vast, treeless expanses of the Arctic, such resources are practically non-existent. There are no forests to fell for timber, no quarries for stone, and certainly no metal mines to exploit. This profound scarcity forced the Inuit to become true innovators, developing an unparalleled understanding of their immediate environment and utilizing the only abundant material at their disposal: snow. For thousands of years, they have honed their skills in cutting, shaping, and precisely stacking blocks of snow to create their iconic, dome-shaped dwellings, the incredible igloos. Now, let's tackle the heart of our paradox. How can a house made of snow actually keep you warm? The answer lies in a fundamental principle of physics. Air is a fantastic thermal insulator. To truly grasp this concept, let's consider a remarkable example from the animal kingdom, the sea otter. Sea otters are fascinating marine mammals that spend their lives in frigid ocean waters, diving and hunting for fish and other sea creatures. You might assume they possess a thick layer of blubber, like seals or whales, but surprisingly, they don't. Their secret to surviving in icy waters lies entirely within their fur. A sea otter's fur is incredibly dense. It's the densest fur of any animal on Earth, with up to 1 million hairs per inch square. The individual strands of their fur are structured in such a way that they meticulously trap a layer of air close to the otter's skin. This trapped layer of air acts as a highly efficient insulating barrier. It prevents the otter's body heat, generated internally, from easily escaping into the freezing water. Essentially, the air serves as a thermal buffer, keeping the warmth in and the cold out. Thanks to this ingenious natural adaptation, sea otters can maintain their core temperature even when surrounded by icy waters that would quickly cause hypothermia in most other creatures. It's a testament to nature's brilliance. So what does a sea otter's fur have to do with an igloo? The connection is direct and profound. The principle of trapped air as an insulator is precisely what makes an igloo warm. If you can find a type of snow that inherently contains a significant amount of trapped air, you have the ideal building material for insulation. And this is where the Inuits' unparalleled expertise in understanding snow truly shines. For most of us, snow is simply snow. Perhaps we differentiate between powdery snow, wet snow, or icy snow, but our vocabulary for it is limited. However, for the Inuit, snow is not a monolithic substance. It is a complex and nuanced material with countless variations, each with its own properties and uses. Their language, Inuktitut, boasts a rich lexicon of words to describe snow in its myriad forms, states, and textures, dozens, if not hundreds, of distinct terms that eloquently convey its precise nature. This extensive vocabulary is born out of necessity and a deep, intuitive understanding of their environment, where snow is the most abundant and critical element. Among these many types, there is one particular kind of snow that is absolutely crucial for igloo construction. This snow is unique because it's composed of approximately 10% frozen water and a remarkable 90% air. It forms in distinct, compressed layers on the surface of the vast glacial expanses. This specific type of snow is ideal for building for two primary reasons. One, structural integrity. It's dense and strong enough to be cut into sturdy blocks that can bear weight without crumbling. 2. Superior insulation. Critically, it contains a high percentage of trapped air. As we learned from the sea otter, air is an excellent insulator. When these snow blocks are meticulously fitted together, the air trapped in their crystalline structure forms an incredibly effective thermal barrier. This is precisely why an igloo acts like a giant thermos bottle, preventing the heat generated inside from escaping through its walls. The primary goal of any heating system isn't just to produce heat, but to retain the heat that is already present or being generated, whether from a small internal flame or the body warmth of its inhabitants. The brilliance of an igloo isn't limited to its insulating walls. Its interior design is equally sophisticated and plays a crucial role in maintaining warmth. The floor of an igloo is typically not a flat surface. Instead, the internal space is ingeniously excavated and organized into several distinct levels. The entrance, this lowest point of the igloo, is typically a small, often tunneled opening, designed to be very low to the ground. This low entry point serves as a crucial cold air trap. The working or cooking level, just above the entrance, there's usually a slightly higher platform or area. This is where activities like cooking might take place, or where a small lamp fueled by seal oil, a kudlik, might be lit. The heat generated here contributes significantly to the igloo's internal warmth. The sleeping platform, the highest level within the igloo, is reserved for sleeping. This elevated platform is the warmest spot in the entire structure. This multi-tiered system is not arbitrary. It's a deliberate and highly effective application of the laws of physics. Hot air being less dense naturally rises, while cold air being denser sinks and settles at the lowest point. Therefore, any heat generated inside the igloo, whether from the occupant's body warmth, the warmth of the kudlik, or cooking activities, will naturally rise and accumulate around the people sleeping on the elevated platform. Simultaneously, the colder, denser air sinks down towards the entrance, effectively keeping the main living and sleeping areas much warmer. The combined effect of the superb insulation provided by the air-filled snow blocks and this brilliant multi-level design means that the interior temperature of an igloo can reach a surprisingly comfortable 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius, approximately 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. While this might still sound cool to those accustomed to modern heated homes, consider the staggering contrast. Outside, the temperature could be a bone-chilling minus 50 degrees Celsius. That's a temperature differential of over 60 degrees Celsius, more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. A truly astonishing feat of thermal engineering achieved with nothing but snow and a profound understanding of physics. The construction of an igloo is a testament to the Inuits' masterful craftsmanship. A skilled individual can single-handedly construct a small, functional igloo in as little as 3 hours. Larger igloos designed to comfortably house an entire family might take a team of builders a day or even more to complete, depending on their size and complexity. What's truly remarkable is that, despite the radical advancements in modern building techniques and architectural science, no one has yet devised a method to build an igloo that is demonstrably better or more efficient than the traditional spiral method perfected by the Inuit. The helical construction of the snow blocks rising in a continuous spiral to form a perfect dome-shaped exterior creates an incredibly stable and robust structure. This design, devoid of sharp corners or weak points, is inherently strong. Any engineer or architect will recognize that a dome structure is exceptionally adept at distributing external loads and forces, like the weight of accumulating snow or the powerful buffeting of Arctic winds, by transforming them into horizontal forces that are safely absorbed into the ground. This makes the igloo incredibly resistant to the fierce blizzards and extreme weather conditions of the Arctic, standing firm where more conventional structures might crumble. In conclusion, the igloo is far more than just a simple snow hut. It is a brilliant example of human ingenuity, a perfectly adapted solution to living in one of the planet's harshest environments. It elegantly demonstrates how a deep understanding of natural principles, particularly the insulating power of air and the physics of heat transfer, can be harnessed to create warmth and shelter from the very material that defines the cold. The igloo stands as a timeless monument to the resilience, resourcefulness, and profound wisdom of the Inuit people, whose ancient knowledge continues to amaze and inspire us today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date.